So hello and welcome to my villager rocket tutorial. So you might recognize this launchpad because it's the launchpad that I used in the video I posted on Reddit. And here's the redstone and command block system I used to make that video. Now it looks pretty complicated, and that's because it is, but that's partly my fault because I didn't bother looking up a pulse extender design and decided to make my own, resulting in this pretty overcomplicated design. But luckily we won't be using it in this video because I went ahead and made a much simpler and easier to follow system over here. So before I get into the redstone and commands, I find it helpful to surround my launchpad in barrier blocks just so the villager, doesn't run around and wander off. But with that, let's get into the redstone. So those who know redstone might recognize this. This is just a simple pulse extender that extends the signal from this button out for 6 to 7 seconds. So if we press this button, as you can see, the signal lasts more than just half a second. It lasts for several seconds, powering most of the commands here. So let's go on to the first command, which is powered by the pulse extender. Thanks to whoever recommended that I give the villager slowness on Reddit. I forget what your username was, but thank you. It made the launching sequence a lot smoother. So as you can see, this command block gives our villager here slowness 10 for that many seconds. Obviously, you can name your villager whatever you want, but in this case, I named it Missile. Next, this command will teleport the villager to the top of the launch pad. Just make sure that if it's wandered off, then it'll be teleported back to the launch pad, ready to be launched. And the third command here is the command responsible for the large cloud of smoke. As far as I'm aware, on Java Edition, this particle command does not exist, so we have to find something that does that has a similar effect. But it's responsible for the large cloud of smoke that you see at the start of the launch sequence. Now, as you can see, let's demonstrate this. So, press the button, and there's that large cloud of smoke, and it will stop after a few seconds. There you go. And onto this second portion of the contraption. You might be wondering, why do I need such a long line of repeaters? What this line of repeaters is for is to make sure that these command blocks are powered and execute their commands after these ones have stopped working. So the pulse extender will create a signal that lasts for 7 seconds, so these commands will be carried out for 7 seconds until the pulse extender stops working and these commands stop working. However, by the time the pulse extender stops working, this piston will move this redstone block and permanently power these command blocks until it is removed. And these command blocks are the ones that are actually responsible for the takeoff. So this command is responsible for the smoke at the tail of the flame from the villager. This smoke is meant to appear 6 blocks beneath the villager. Obviously, if you increase or decrease the speed of the villager, you'll have to adjust how far away the smoke appears. And again, with all the particle commands in this video, as far as I'm aware, they don't exist word for word in Java, so you'll have to find a command that does something similar. Next, we have the commands responsible for the villager actually moving upward. So the villager is teleported 0.3 blocks higher than its previous position. Obviously, you can increase and decrease the speed by adjusting this. And lastly, we have the command responsible for the flame. It's meant to appear 1 block above where the villager was previously, but it doesn't look like that. It looks like the flame comes out of the villager. So let me go ahead and just demonstrate this for you. So let's go ahead and place our villager down. Obviously, you'll need to name tag or name the actual spawn egg with an anvil, but let's go ahead and press the button. So the villager is teleported there. It's given slowness. The smoke cloud starts to appear, and after a few seconds it should stop and the villager takes off. It's teleported 0.3 blocks upwards constantly. The flame doesn't actually look like it's 1 block above where the villager is, but there you go. And you can see the smoke appears perfectly at the tail of the flame. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I'm going to be posting this on my YouTube channel, so you can go ahead and check that out if you want. It's QLineMC, the same as my Reddit username. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in whatever I post next.